How's it going, YouTube? Stockpiling another video that I should get out eventually. But I've been doing some work on the Oldsmobile today. It's a 1983 Oldsmobile 98. And if you've seen the car before, things are a little different. This is fresh patch. Still needs to be sanded. It's still drying. Still got to get all this off of the trim. Got to work on getting all this off. Touch up the paint. This is all the body filler from that seam. Same thing on this side. It's a seam where there's filler. It cracked and rusted behind, but it doesn't look like there's any holes actually into the body from what I can see. The filler just pulled off and it rusted where the filler was attached. So I filled it back in. Still needs to be sanded. Still needs to be redone again. Probably needs another layer. But it also pulled the paint off right here. I'm not going for perfect right now. This is going for coverage. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, excuse me. This is going for coverage to prevent rust since the car does sit outside. And it's gonna be outside here until the new top is on. I do have the new top in. Need to do a little touch up in the filler here. But other than that, I put this back on just for now. Because I don't know, it's probably not going to be in the next day or so before I get to putting the new top on, because I want to do a lot of prep. So I just put this back on to help anything from sitting down in that seam there. But I can pop it back off. It's not that hard. Plus it looks better. And I kind of wanted to see, it's dirty. It's honestly not that bad. This is all filler. And it's now getting moist because it's the evening. But the paint is actually really nice underneath there. I was quite surprised how nice the paint of the car actually is on the roof underneath that vinyl top. I mean, it's soft, it's smooth. There is a slight bit of cracking here and there. It's really in not bad shape for a 40-year-old car almost. Other than like right here, there's a little spot right there where the seam of the old vinyl top was. There was a seam right in here. So that filled up. I don't know what I should put in here. I'm assuming I should seal this up. Maybe some seam sealer along there. Put a bead along there just to protect it. I got to figure out how to get this line to disappear. It's going to be covered by the trim. As you can see, all the stuff that was coming out, the water that was sitting underneath that trim right there. This is just sat back on here for the time being. I'm going to screw it on. The only thing I'm confused about is how, so this is the old top. We'll get back to that. But you can see it's done. It tore right there coming off. This top it's done. I gotta try to get all them rocks off of it. But anywho, you can see where it was sticking to it right here. And it was had a lot of moisture in there. Same thing. You can see where it was coming off the drip well and sticking to it. Interesting to see. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they laid the rubber down on the roof. Which honestly, I might see if I can get this. They laid this down on the roof and then put the top on from what I can see, because you can see where it was cut and also where they cut it out for the logos, particularly on that side and on that side. You can see they cut that foam out. So the foam, this is the dry passenger side here. You can see it took the paint off with it right there. Only area that did it. You can see a little bit here where it looks like they just took a knife and just cut it right out once it was on the car. Now, I don't know much about these, so I don't know. I would assume from the little, I know a bit of history. I don't know all the history on this car. I know from 2008 forward, and I know the story behind the original owners of the car. I know the car was originally purchased. It was purchased at Watson Buick Chevrolet Oldsmobile. I don't know if it was Chevy at the time. Out in Export, Pennsylvania. So I know that's where the car came from, and it spent most of its time here in Pennsylvania. Not too far, honestly, from there. But I don't know if this top has been replaced before. Maybe somebody out there that sees the video can tell me if this is how they originally did it at the factory, with that cut where somebody just took a razor blade and cut out the foam that was, I guess, attached to the roof. I don't know. I also got to try to cover this up here. I might just dab a little bit of paint on that here with my touch-up brush. Because this is a Cotillion white, Code 11 Cotillion white. It's a Cadillac color. I have some mixed paint can, rattle spray-on can for it that I've been using with it, trying to get it doctored up. And I just kind of smacked it with the what Vice Grip Garage would call the cheek poker, the wire wheel, and ground out the rust that was in that area and then refilled it. I don't know how I feel about it. I really want to get in there and put rust converter in there, but I didn't have any. So this might come back out and get refilled again, because I'm really afraid of this coming back. But for now, I just wanted to get it filled in because the car is going to be outside and I don't want it getting wet any longer. There's still a little bit of a crack right in here that I got to try to fill. Really weird filler. This is the filler that they used. It almost feels like wood chunks. I probably shouldn't be breathing it, but that's pretty much the gist of where we're at with it. I wanted to give you guys an update. I figured I'd show you where we're at. I should have showed this, but I just kind of wanted to get it moving. It was really hot today, which is why I chose to do it when there was heat on the adhesive. But I've never seen, like in the videos of vinyl tops, cars coming out with the roof still that pristine. So that's why I figured I'd get some feedback, see if anybody knows. There's a little bit of cracking right here where they attached it. And I think there's a little spot right there. But other than that, I'm really impressed with it. But yeah, this will be just a short video. I have another video I still got to upload. I should probably edit these tonight, get them thrown up. Just any feedback would be great. All right. Thank you. Comment, subscribe, and have a good one.